Now, Channel 8 Eyewitness News, Sports.
Gentlemen, we have 6 players failing at least one class. We have failed each other.
You put a lock on the gym and forced them to meet you in the library.
Coach Carter has taken the lockout to the next level by canceling last night's game.
Tim Miles is holding the Huskers hostage, so to speak, not for poor grades, but for poor play. And he's not locking up the gym. When Nebraska players showed up to practice today at the Hendricks training complex, they would find their belongings bagged up, locked out of their luxury locker room. The Huskers took a thumping at Pinnacle Bank Arena Sunday. Iowa dominated from the start and finished 28 points better than Nebraska. It marked the first time in 38 games the Huskers allowed an opponent to shoot higher than 50%. Miles told reporters after the game he would put a lock on Nebraska's cushy locker room, and he wouldn't let them talk to media members indefinitely. He says the lockout is meant to motivate the team after their most one-sided loss of the season.
You never want to throw your players under the bus, and but that's just that was just beyond disappointing. That's not what we represent. Like I told our guys, when I was at Southwest Minnesota State, I was a basketball coach there, and to pay for shoes, we used to have to go to the Renaissance Festival in Shakopee, Minnesota for a weekend and pick up trash. We were the trash guys. And if I had the option, I would do that tonight, tomorrow, and the next day and pay back the fans their cost of attendance, their ticket.
Miles has been creative with punishments before. He had a locker room lockout for 3 days last season after their loss to Penn State. Dan Jennings has spent 7 years playing pro baseball, the last 3 of those in the major leagues. But most recently, he's been the face of one of the scarier moments in the pros. Channel 8's Brett Edwards caught up with the former Husker hurler before spring training.
Former Husker Dan Jennings spent the first 3 years of his Major League Baseball career with the Marlins. Now he's a member of the Chicago White Sox. Jennings says he's excited to be competing in the American League Central against several other former Huskers. Last August, Jennings took a line drive off the head against the Pirates. I caught up with him to talk about it.
Yeah, it was a scary, very surreal moment, and, I was so fortunate, God willing, that I came back. I was ready to go a week later, and they wanted me to send me through some rehab assignments to make sure everything was okay, just because something like that happens, and, it's very scary how players react and their mental capabilities and if there's anything, long-lasting effects. So everything was smooth sailing after that, after I pitched a couple of times off in A-ball and everything was good after that. It makes me more nervous when I see other people almost get hit than when I'm out on the mound, just because I've been doing it my whole life, and it just is really second nature at this point, and I don't think about it much at all. New venture, new experience, new teammates, it's exciting, and especially all the buzz around the team and the city, it's pretty incredible. It's going to be cool. It's, new league for me, so it's all fresh hitters, so the way I look at it, nobody's seen me, and I haven't seen them, and I look at that as my advantage.
Dan Jennings' brother-in-law is Nebraska catcher Tanner Lubach. The two have thrown to each other several times over the last couple of years. It not only helps Tanner, it helps out Dan as well. Reporting in Arizona, Brett Edwards, Channel 8 Eyewitness News, Sports.
All right, thanks, Brett. A few more notes here. Ryan Bolt, sophomore center fielder, named Big Ten Baseball Player of the Week. He went 10 for 16 on the weekend, 4 games against BYU, and had 6 runs. 2 women's gymnasts, Ashley Lambert is the Specialist of the Week, and Grace Williams, your freshman women's gymnast of the week.
Sounds good. Thank you, Peter. Final check of your forecast right after the break.